When Chad told us about his idea for CompScience, I was immediately hooked. He solves the same problems that we try to solve as an agency for business owners. In the wrong order, they are, how do I reduce my workers' comp costs and make my workplace safer? The correct order should be, how do I make my workplace safer to reduce my workers' comp costs? However, we usually get the request in the opposite order. CompScience is a fantastic product for many reasons. AI is doing amazing things. Everyone's read the news articles, heard it on TV, read it on the internet. A lot of you are probably using AI in some form or another. AI is an incredible tool, right? Most of us are using it now kind of on a daily basis, learning ChatGPT, learning Manus, Notebook, all of these different AI tools to make our lives easier, right? But a lot of business owners are a little reluctant or aren't sure where it fits. Chad's group, CompScience, is using AI for an incredible purpose, and it's to prevent injuries, to make work a safer place for all the employees. The questions we get regarding CompScience, the biggest one being, I don't want Big Brother looking in. They're going to use the cameras, they're going to do AI recognition on the cameras as a preventative measure to make your workplace safer. They do not do facial recognition. They're not reporting to the government or ICE or deportations or anything like that. It's not a gotcha to try to get certain employees in trouble. It's strictly there as a preventative tool to help make the workplace safer, boost employee morale. Of course, your incidents are going to go down. And when your incidents go down, your workers' comp goes down. And that's the name of the game. You're saving money, you're keeping your employees happier, they're going to be more productive, they're going to be safer, and your costs go down. It's a win-win-win. To use the system, you've got to have cameras in your workplace, obviously. That's how AI can do its thing. The primary businesses that are using this are going to be your warehouses, your factories, any restaurants, anything indoors that already has security cams in place. It's a real easy, seamless setup. However, we're seeing a lot more application with contractors, service contractors, folks that set up job sites. Really all you need is one of those Reolink cameras, like $160 on Amazon. They're solar powered, you mount it to a 2x4. And from that Rio camera, CompScience can look at the job site and start doing active evaluations. So what do you do with the information that CompScience provides, right? This is where the magic happens. Everybody does safety briefings, toolbox talks, things like that, right? But a lot of times they're done on a scheduled basis. They're addressing incidents that have already happened. CompScience helps you get ahead of those talks. It's showing you what we call near misses so that you can have the preemptive conversation about things that might happen versus things that already happened. Yeah, it's going to give your safety guy a great talking point in his meetings in the morning or the toolbox talks. He's going to say, hey guys, here's a few things I want you to watch out for today that may have been near misses in the past month. The fact is, near misses are the greatest form of data we can have as risk managers. You're going to have far more near misses than you are actual incidents. And the near misses are the leading indicator of what's going to likely turn into a claim, injury, lost time. You take all the data from the near misses and you can then formulate a safety plan off of that. This can reduce claim frequency. We're seeing numbers 35, 45, 55% in some companies. The biggest one is slip and falls are down 41%. There's probably lawyers listening to this right now going, don't tell me that. 41% reduction in slip and falls, that's how I earn my living. It's TCOR. TCOR stands for total cost of risk. It's what risk managers spend the lion's share of their time doing. The best run companies out there might have a TCOR multiplier of like 3x of their insurance premium. So let's say they pay $50,000 in insurance premium for workers' comp. Their TCOR is going to be $150,000. that's going to take into account all of the risks, indirect, direct, so not just premiums and deductibles, but lost time, employee morale, attorney's fees, admin fees, everything that goes around with running a risk management safety program in your company. And when we talk TCOR, the idea is to keep that as low as possible. Now, the best companies are 3x, but we've seen companies 8, 10, 12x if they're not running a good safety program. So risk management is all about getting that total cost of risk down. And the best way to do that is preventative measures, getting safety in place before incidents happen. And CompScience does an incredible job with that. It helps you identify it without spending hours and hours at the computer going through film and tape. It's going to pull out, using AI technology, things like not being tied off near a ledge or height exposure, not wearing hard hats properly, walking under heavy loads, different things, chemical risks, things that it will identify automatically in your company so that the safety team can go out and get ahead of it before somebody gets hurt, before there's a claim, before OSHA, 3-letter organizations, are going to come in and give you a hard time. Oh, I always say, preventative versus reactive is going to pay off in spades. That's going to pay so many dividends for your company to get ahead of things versus reacting after things have already happened. And yeah, it's to lower insurance costs, right? I mean, number one is employee safety. Number two is you can bring your workers' comp costs down by possibly a multiplier of 2, 3, 4x, depending on where you were started from. Your mod factor. I'm sure if you've had a mod factor, above 1.5, you realize how painful it can be for many, many years until you can get that mod factor back down. If you have a program like this in place, it goes a lot faster. The carriers know it. The carriers know what CompScience is. The carriers we work with, and they know that the companies that use CompScience are going to be less risky. When you have a less risky company, you can offer better premiums. It goes without saying. So if you're looking at lowering your premiums, have proof that you operate your company safely. And that's what we do as risk managers, is we vouch for you to the carriers, but if we have hard evidence, if we have software in place, if we have AI in place that says this guy does it safely and we can prove it, that underwriter, that carrier is going to give you the best deal in the marketplace, giving you a competitive advantage over the guy down the street making the same product, the same chemical, the same widget, but he's got to pay 3 times what you pay in workers' comp because he's not using AI to identify problems. The data is everything. AI is only as good as the data that's put into it, right? So by putting in the camera footage and having all these near misses, you're going to have a way better safety program than if you're going off incident reports and looking at a checklist of, here are the comp claims we've had, here are the injuries we've had, here are the OSHA violations we've had. You're going to have 10, 20 times more data points to choose from on the near misses than you did the actual events. This gives you 20x better programming on your safety side, your SOPs, your toolbox talks, to make your company a safer, more enjoyable workplace.